Hi, this is Zach with Lobby Boxer.
My name's Andrew, also in Lobby Boxer.
We're on tour with Foxy Shazam and the Number 12 Looks Like You and the Hot Fix Sideshow. It's insane. We're incredibly happy to be here, and this is our van. Hey, and that's Knuckles' butt. Yeah, we try to split up driving pretty evenly. It's just whoever's feeling really good that day will kind of take it, and then we'll try and not let them like overextend themselves and try and pass it off when it feels like it makes sense. It's pretty even, honestly. I think we really try and like all pull the same amount of weight if we can.
So we'll have like a God shift, and maybe someone will drive all the way across Texas, well, halfway across Texas. But you know, we're pretty reasonable about sharing the duties.
Yeah.
We try to do co-captains as best we can. Like we thankfully haven't had any like super killer drives in a minute, so we usually have someone awake up front.
Yeah, if we're doing night drives, we kind of have a rule of thumb that co-captain has to be awake, just to keep eyes on the road, make sure pilot's not getting sleepy and all that stuff. We've never had any issues, but it's just a good rule of thumb for us. We're soft people. We like to play it safe. Yeah.
We did have a deer clip our back left light in the middle of the night a couple tours ago. I was driving up here, saw it about in video terms like 2 frames before it happened, and there was a streak on the back corner window. It didn't do anything. It was terrifying.
The deer hit us. Like it was on the side of the van,
going like 60, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, I remember I was in the back of the van. I just heard. Ah!
No, it was more.
That was me.
Looney Tunes. He went. Wah!
Yeah, that was me for sure, screeching.
After a dunk.
Yeah. It just sounded like someone slapped the window when the deer nose snapped back. So our tour with the Fall of Troy last year kind of coincided with Knuckles getting a show. Our hotel that night, the concierge,
he was a god.
He told us, "Do you hear Knuckles is getting a show?" And we were fixated on telling people.
He was like so nice to us, like just like being very cordial, and then he like divulged the knowledge about Knuckles' show, and it became like a huge thing for us that tour.
I think it was Lafayette, Indiana. There was like mystery Sonic stress balls, and we were pulling, you know how you pull Pokemon baseball cards. So the first one was Sonic. Second try, we got the Knuckles. So there are kind of like third and fourth co-captains on us right here at all times.
And then, later on, in a different tour, we got this Knuckles from like it was like a package, like grab pack, another sort of similar thing. We're like, what are you gonna get? And we're like, maybe we'll get Tails. But happy with Knuckles, he's really rocking it there.
Yeah.
Max has been really obsessed with Yu Yu Hakusho right now, and will take any chance he can get to watch it. So this is the Yu Yu Hakusho cam, and
well, I saw I was driving and I kind of peek in the rear view mirror. He's like hanging it off the roof and it's shaking, and then he's adjusting it again. And I'm like, what is he doing back there? Like trying to find the perfect place to clip his phone to watch stuff.
Yeah, we got this phone holder during right before the Fall of Troy tour. We got the van detailed on the inside. It's all like nice and clean, but they like apply this stuff where you can't stuff doesn't stick to it. So we tried to get the suction cup one and it fell. We tried to get the window one and it fell. And the cup holder one turned out to be like the most reliable, solid van phone holder, and it's like not in your field of vision while you're driving, so I guess that's a bonus. Yeah, I
just hate how my one complaint is the time left is right there. So I'm driving 5 hours left, driving 450. I wish I could just get the directions and not be thinking about the time. That's my only complaint.
Yeah, because I guess if you lock your phone, it still shows up on the
So
yeah. So Apple Maps, Google Maps, if you're listening, your customers would really appreciate it if.
I don't want to perceive time.
It's a simple toggle option. We just like options.
Yeah, we need those.
For entertainment while we're driving, it's a lot of music. It's a lot of music we really like, and a lot of music that we don't like, that we like to listen to for pleasure in making fun of it, which I won't say what that is maybe we could divulge a few things, but
I wouldn't even say it's don't like. There's just music that is like
silly music that no one would actually appreciate, but we found the little things about it that are actually kind of good, and we became obsessed with it. So there's stuff like that. In terms of music that we like, me personally, I'm a big hair metal guy, so I have a playlist of all my favorite curated hair metal singles. And then I'm also a big Prefab Sprout, this new wave sophisti-pop band from the 80s. their album Langley Park to from Langley Park to Memphis is like my all-time favorite album. It always gets play every tour. This tour I've been listening to a lot of Seal, Human Beings, and I was listening to Paul Van Dyke. He has this album from the 2000s. It's like a trance music, progressive house music album that I've been really into. That's me personally.
Yeah.
We're all very different.
We're all over the place. I wouldn't say there's like a lot of podcasts. I think the last few tours, I still put on music, but I've really enjoyed like some more silent driving at times. You know, like I don't know what it is about just having a more like relaxed state, and sometimes maybe here's the thing, jazz albums and dynamic music that's not compressed. We need the like compressed version for road trips when you're driving fast down the highway, because I want to listen to this awesome jazz album.
And the engine is roaring and the wind is blowing.
It's even
on
something
the van.
contemporary. So I'm just riding the faders here, and you know, it's funny because there's speakers up here and there's speakers all the way in the back. So you're like, what sounds right? And man, I'm not really, this is what I want to listen to, but it sounds kind of, you know, it's not ideal to listen to music in that way when it's very dynamic in a loud van.
We need the van version with tooth.
Yeah, we need also. There could be a device, a compressor to like get some like onboard gear here. Maybe there's like a rack mounted thing here, and it just like compresses those old jazz records.
A limiter and maybe like a 3-band EQ, so we could like. I mean, there's like the EQ in here, but we only have bass and treble, so you have to like either turn it up and turn down the bass and like boost treble a little bit, or some weird vice versa thing. We've gotten pretty good. You kind of have to EQ on a song-by-song basis. But
I don't want to think. I want to have my onboard jazz and dynamic music compressor right here. And whoever can make that will buy one. Will be your flagship artist.
Get on it.
Yeah. DOD, because you have the best enclosures.
Hello. Welcome again.
Welcome to Eugene land.
Eugene's bowels.
That's right.
Don't get blinded by the matching shoes too hard right now.
Yeah, no. Mind the J's. Mind the Tatum threes.
We just happened to put on the same shoes when we walked out the door today, and it was kind of embarrassing, but we're just rolling with it.
Okay, so this row is kind of the
social row.
Yeah, the social row. So like you're gonna get a lot of the the driver and co-pilot conversation.
You're in on the banter.
Yeah, in on the banter. Back row is kind of the island.
Yeah.
It's where you go for more solitude, so if you really need to zonk out, that's where you go.
This is the spot. You have prime, like footrest situation here. Always pillows, cup holder right behind your head, so you're like, you can hit one of these, just put it right back, you know, just normal stuff.
Of course, this is flexible. Today, I wasn't feeling so good when I woke up, so I got my pillow right here. I have an eye mask that's in my backpack that's inside. I'm sorry I didn't prepare for that.
You were rigged up today.
And then got my blanket, put a mask on. Let's see if
Get
we
the
can
wireless
get a mask
buds.
Visual, yeah. Oh, here's my mask actually.
Here we go, yeah.
So mask on.
Get the buds.
Let's see. If I get a mask with my eyes closed.
Stay safe. This was when he was on sick watch, because he woke up and he was feeling a little scratchy, and then he needed to take a hospice nap here.
Mask 2.
But he's feeling better now, folks.
I am feeling better now, folks. Bud's in. I can't see him. I'm dead to the world.
It's a cool 4 hours.
Yeah, so I haven't actually drove yet on the run. This is the second day that we've been out. When I drive, I tend to go for things with like kind of a steady beat, like world music, like Brazilian stuff, like with the clave going. That'll kind of keep me grounded and keep me from going off into La La Land. I'll listen to Knee Body. There's this progressive jazz band. There's a guitar player from the Netherlands, I think, named Thijs Sime. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's a motherfucker. I like this band. Knower, also another like jazz fusion favorite. Yeah, just stuff that like kind of keeps me going and like just gives me a little I don't know, like rhythmic stuff. Yeah.
For me, usually when I'm driving, like sometimes I'll be bad. I'll throw in like one little pod, and then I will sometimes listen to a podcast or like a video essay. Like my favorites are just like the rise and fall of the GameCube and like, you know, why Enron failed. There's another one I'm like working my way through is like, why did the Blimpie franchise, like the rise and fall of the Blimpie sandwich franchise. But like in the last like year or so, I've gotten really back into like hardcore and slam and just like really loud, stupid bullshit. And I think on our last tour with Fall of Troy, we were out for like 10 or 11 days. And every shift I would I would put on Torture's Enduring Freedom. Chicago, shout out. And it got to the point where we were just like listening to the album backwards because we were like, I was like trying to superimpose Tool lore onto this random slam band. But yeah, so either noise or people talking about nothing is usually what I go for. So, and then the other thing about, like we were saying, this is kind of like the island. This is where there's, you know, peace and solitude. This is the ensuite. Keep the drum rug here just because it stays clean that way. It just kind of conveniently fits. There's not really a reason. That's just where it's been for years, so we keep it there. But yeah, but back here is where we keep all of our luggage and stuff. Usually when we're staying at a friend's house or like at a hotel. And then this is a mattress pad that folds up that Zach got. So we can, in a world where we have to sleep in the van, we can just roll that out and we can like kind of lay down here. And then two people on a bench. You can just like scoot your feet under this bench. So it's a nice like tight 4-person situation. And then yeah, we just dump all this shit in the trailer for the night and then conk out.
Yeah, normally there's like snacks and stuff back here, but like Jack said, it's day 2, so we haven't accumulated that sort of stuff yet. But we will. Yeah. If you ever catch us at the end of a run, this will be a graveyard of plastic bags.
Once we go to Costco, back here, you'll give it 5 big booms. I'm so sorry.
Here comes our pack marshal.
This thing. It's a big box. It's a 5x8. Yeah, I do the Tetris because
The thing, we were talking about this, so we've had a couple of U-Hauls, and if you've gotten them, you know there's different types of doors, and so there's these doors that like swing. It's like barn doors where they open. There's 2 of them. There's also ones that pull down like a shutter like that. We've had those before, and those are awful because they get stuck, and you have to like get your fingers up in there.
Especially in the winter when it's like got snow and ice and shit. And
it
then
really
it's like,
gets jammed on the handle.
Yeah, because the handle, because like these handles, not to set anybody out, but these handles, if you don't latch it all the way over here and you like let it fall back down when the door goes up, you're screwed. It's staying up there until you like get all of the, you know, bullshit that's in there all over your hands. It's the only way out of that situation. And then it might hurt. This is the fun part.
But yeah,
we love these doors. These are our favorite doors.
yeah, and we have like rolling carts now that we got that like extend, and we can put all our stuff on, so we don't have to like lug everything everywhere like one by one. So we're saving a lot of time and energy that way. But Max is definitely our pack. He institutes pack law.
Yeah, pack law. It's, you know, it's a very stringent set of procedures and processes that.
Shadow.
Also, this is Shadow. You know, this pretty much encapsulates the energy of our band as a whole.
Yeah, we're working on a new album right now. We signed to Kill Iconic Records, founded by Donovan Malero of Hail the Sun, and we're about to go on tour with the Fall of Troy. If that might have already happened, but we're doing it again. And yeah, we have an album out that we put out this past year. And it was kind of the album that saved us as a band. It's called Head, Shoulders, Knuckles, Floor. And it's just kind of where we were at the time. And we're very, very happy to have put it out. Oh, yeah. And you should listen to it if you like rock and roll and
guitar solos.
Yeah, there's like more than one guitar solo on average per track. So if you like that, then you should check out Head, Shoulders, Knuckles, Floor by Lobby Boxer. Yeah.